Yo, yo, it's your boy Omni, and I wanted to get on here, and I wanted to talk about the one and only, the greatest game of all time, Rage and Blast 3. No, I'm playing. I'm playing Rage and Blast 3 because I got all my gadgets out there. This is a new one. I'm gonna start a stream where I'll make a full video about the bonds I have in the game. But we're actually here just to really talk about Xenoverse 3. Okay. Talking about Xenoverse 3, man, and I'm actually really excited for the game. I mean, I hope you guys saw all the gameplay, because that's really what I'm going to be talking about the most here. I'm going to be mostly just going off of memory here of what I remember. And I'm going to have some clips up, hopefully just about, just showing you guys, what they showed, Syriax and all these different YouTubers. And I'm not going to lie, man, let me first talk about this first, because I know some people are kind of glad, and I know some people are mad about it, right? So what I first want to say is that the clip that I seen from Syriax and the footage that he showed, and most YouTubers kind of showing the same thing, is that they were showing a raid quest. They were showing a different type of mission than just a regular parallel quest single battle. I think we have to really wait until we see regular matches and stuff like that. Oh, lengthy, just a regular story mission, because that usually raid quests do just have a completely different framework, even on Xenoverse 2, than the original, not necessarily the original, but the parallel quests and stuff like that, story missions. So I wonder really how all of that's gonna look. But as far as the core gameplay, as far as how you use your moves and the cooldown system, I won't lie to you, I'm not really a big fan of that cooldown system. I'm really not. I'm really not a big fan of that cooldown system. Before someone calls me a spammer, I do not play online. I play Sparking Zero offline. I can't even play online because of all the damn mods I have. And I haven't played Xenoverse 2 online for years. Because I play on PC now, and I don't even have the right version to even play freaking Xenoverse 2 online anyway. So I only play the game. It's not about I want to spam. You know what I mean? I just don't know if I like the restriction. It's a Dragon Ball game. You know what I'm saying? This ain't Roblox. Roblox got cooldown systems. I ain't got time for that. This is Dragon Ball. If you got key, bitch, throw your moves out. You know what I'm saying? I don't that's how I see it. Just throw. That's how I feel. At least. Because I feel like I don't like the nerf. It feels like a nerf to me. But I understand that it could be good for PvP and everything. I can understand why people may feel hey, you can't spam no more. But I will say that if I'm not mistaken, when you do charge your key, you're actually charging the cooldown system to go up faster. I'm almost, when I was watching the clip, I'm almost certain of that. So if you have full key and you've been charging up, then you will most likely have a way to get your moves to come back faster. I kind of like that.
You've got what it takes to fight against me in this form.
I think we would just have to see. I'm really yapping in this video. But yeah, man, I'm really looking forward to the game, all things considered. I mean, I feel like it could be. It could be one of the best Dragon Ball games. They have a lot of the problem with Xenoverse 3, man. Because the game is. The game has been, Xenoverse 2 has been out so long. It has such big expectations. It feels like GTA 6 in a way, GTA 6 has so many expectations because of how long that game has, GTA 5 has been out, and how long the other game, we just been waiting for that shit. I just feel we're going to have to really, maybe dial it back on our expectations, just because I don't, these big corporations, these developers, man, like I say, I don't know, I feel like it's definitely smart to keep a healthy amount of just a realistic expectation for what the game is gonna have. I think that's really the biggest thing to keep yourself from being upset about it. I do really like the gameplay, all things considered. I love seeing the combos. If you guys seen the actual trailer, the hair finally goes spiky when you go Super Saiyan. Thank God. You know what I mean? So I'm actually looking forward to the game, all things considered. Try to give it something else. Of course, the graphics look good. I don't think I'm a little disappointed on is the fact that we don't have permanent destruction. In the clip that I saw, they can destroy the little ice things. I'm getting my ass up right now. I'm not gonna lie to Gojo is kicking my ass. You can destroy the ice pillars and stuff like that. But if I slam Gojo to the ground right now, or he slams me, we're gonna leave a big ass crater in the ground, like the ones you see. So it's like something I love. That's what I love about Sparking Zero right now. It's something that's one thing I don't believe we give enough credit to Sparking Zero. Like,
You ever want a rematch?
you can really like, I don't know. I think that's really dope. But I was really hoping for that. I won't lie to you. That's probably the most disappointing thing to me, is that it doesn't seem. Of course, this is the only gameplay we've seen. That things can change, things can improve. But one thing I will say that a lot of the time with Bandai is that if they're showing gameplay, I ain't gonna lie, what you see is what you're gonna get. Like when we saw Xenoverse 2 gameplay of Future Gohan back in about 2016, what we saw is what we got. Especially like his combos and all of that. What we saw is what we got, man. I don't really think Xenoverse 3 is going to look that much different when the game comes out. Now, over time, like Xenoverse 2 has made so many changes to the gameplay. I believe it definitely can change over time. But far as just like that core graphics, like we're destroying the environment type situation, I don't think we're gonna get that the way we have it in Sparking Zero. Trying to think of anything else. I do like, we still got all the multiple races. One thing I was really scared about, because someone put this idea out there when we first heard about Xenoverse, which I thought was really ridiculous. Someone was talking about how we might not have CAC characters. I'm like, there's no way, but I'm so glad we seem like we still have that. But that does bring me to my next point of, I'm not gonna lie to y'all, I'm not a big fan of that we turning into the fucking like cast character type bullshit. That's cool and all, but I just don't think that's cool, because of the fact it kind of takes away from like your character being his own person and being a formidable warrior in his own right. But I will say it would be cool if you got it honestly would be better off, instead of you becoming the master or like Vegeta or some bullshit, you brought them to the field. So instead of like you transform, now if you're fighting a boss, you have another AI. So imagine you already have 4 partners, but then when you transform, now you bring in another person. So now you have 5 people there. So I think that would have been cooler, to where like I can summon Goku, you know what I'm saying, to come and fight and help me. That would have been a lot better than I'm becoming Goku. That doesn't make any sense to me. But I do believe some people were saying like, oh, is that the only thing? No more transformations? Like, nah. We still have Super Saiyan. So we still have Super Saiyan. Hopefully the other races has other transformations other than them just being able to transform into a cast character. But that's about it. I'm looking forward to the game, man. I'm looking forward to it. I think it will be one of the greatest. It can be one of the greatest Dragon Ball games. Now, will it be? Ugh, who knows? Because just the expectation that we all have for this game is so high, And because of that, it's such a high expectation. We just like, man, you gotta have everything in this bitch. I'm like, man, I just, we just gotta be realistic on how we see this, because it's just super easy for you to get your expectations too high. And it makes sense, too, to even do that, because, this game's been, Xenoverse 2's been out for 10 years. At this point, Xenoverse 3 really does need to be at least as good as possible. That's why I'm not necessarily mad at the changes, because I'm like, we do need something different. We need something different. We don't necessarily want it to be the exact same. But how it looks and all, we'll see. Actually, I kind of wanted to fight against. I have Sasuke. We'll fight Sasuke. But how are you guys feeling about it? I'm looking really forward to the game and all, just for the fact that it is Xenoverse 3. I know some people are like, oh, it's not Xenoverse 3. It's a completely different game. Like, no, it's Xenoverse. It is Xenoverse. I don't know why. Like the combat still looks like Xenoverse. And honestly, the way I always kind of look at Xenoverse is the fact that it has custom created characters. No other game, there's not any other Dragon Ball game other than Ultimate Tenkaichi and Sparking Zero mods and the Xenoverse series that allows you to make your own character. So I believe that it's entirely a Xenoverse game, if you will, if you're allowed to do that. Someone could debate me on that, but I believe now combat wise and all that. Now, I will say that if you can make your own character and the fucking combat was turn based, then we got a problem. We got a huge problem, but that's not what it is, luckily. Shout out to the modders though, they've killed this. Modders have completely killed this. I'm not gonna lie. Sasuke, don't just do nothing, Sasuke. Come on, Sasuke, please. Sasuke, please. You was fighting before. Hell let me change the strategy. Sometimes the strategy, man, you gotta change the strategy. But I mean, that's pretty much all I really got to say about the game. You know, I just really hope that I don't know. I just really hope that we can find another way to I don't know. It's like it's such a cool like idea that we finally got it. You know what I'm saying? But now we have to like same way I felt about Spark getting 0. I'm like, oh my god, you got the Tinker easy back. But then all the hate came for the game. I'm like, man. And I almost feel like Spark getting 0 was made for me because it just the custom battle feature is like literally one of the best features I think in a Dragon Ball game we've ever gotten. If you actually know how to use it, because you can't control the CPU inside of Xenoverse the same way you can do it in Sparking. You can't really put stats, take off stats, put strategies, make the character look. I might be wrong, but when I put on the melee strategy for Sasuke, because you just saw he wasn't doing nothing, he should change the way he was fighting. And it's just, I don't know, you can't do that in the other games. You can do similar, somewhat, you know, kind of make the difficulty harder, but it's just not possible to really change stuff. Not just difficulty, but from like just of course, you have the customization in the other games. This game doesn't have as much customization, especially in the vanilla version. But now let's see. Let's see if this melee will make him actually throw hands. Well, you see what I mean? Like it's cool. What I saw from the gameplay was cool. It was really cool. But man, I hate to say it, but it really was that damage, not really. Not say damage, but like the destruction of the environment, just not really like hitting for me. Like I'm like, bruh, that's the one thing that I was really like, I need them to put in the game. I doubt from the way the game looks. I'll be honest, we probably don't have beam struggles. I wouldn't be surprised if we ain't got none of that, bro. I feel like Xenoverse, as much as I like Xenoverse, it's just not as much of a Dragon Ball game as this game is a Dragon Ball game. I'm not even using any Dragon Ball characters right now. See, he throwing hands now. He was just doing nothing just a second. I wonder who would actually win this fight. I'm pretty sure I'm giving it to Miriam, but I think Sasuke is a lot closer in power than people get credit for. But I don't want to turn this video into a power scaling situation. Kick his ass, bitch! Okay, Sasuke, I don't know why you throwing hands for it. You need to stop throwing hands. Just throwing hands for it. Oh my gosh. He's low-key moving. But I think for the most part, that's all I really have to say on this video. I'm going to make maybe right after this either a stream or another video. Mostly actually just talking about Sparking Zero and mods and stuff that I have. I got some new OC mods, but I really wanted to keep this video mostly about Xenoverse 3 because I'm gonna add a bunch of clips within the gameplay you guys see here. Die! He's kicking my ass. Shit. See, why? You see what I'm saying? He was literally not doing anything just a second ago. As soon as I put on a strategy, he starts moving different. I'm actually losing it. Oh my gosh. Oh my god. Die. Oh, really? Wow. I don't know, this model looks really good for this character. But for the most part, I think that's where I'm in the video. Shout out to Xenoverse 3. I'm really hoping for the game to be as good as it could possibly be when it drops. But I do believe we're going to have another Xenoverse 2 situation where the game is going to get a lot better over time. But I'm hoping they can at least somewhat nail that initial drop, that initial release. That's what I'm hoping for the most. But this has been your boy Omni. Peace out.